If there was anything that has happened in your life that you could change, like what would that be?
I'll, I probably would have gone on and finished college. I didn't finish college. I probably would have gone on and finished college. Life has been good to me. God has really blessed me. I feel my background and my willingness to learn and to study has really helped me a lot. I came along at a time when sometimes just a high school education would get you by. It probably wouldn't right now. But I probably would have gone on and finished college.
Like 20 years down the road, what would you want people to remember about Pastor William Perkins?
I remember the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, and I feel the same way. I don't care how many awards, how many prizes, or anything like that, how many medals, just that I tried to help somebody.
What would be the best ending to your story personally?
That I just believe in people. I love people, regardless of their walk in life. And I just want to help them to be better.
Is there any questions or any stories that I didn't get to that you want to share with us?
You know, there are some stories, yeah. And a lot of times it might be about somebody else, and I don't know if you want to hear this or not, but my oldest daughter was born in 1962, I'm sorry. Oldest daughter was born in 1962, the next daughter was born in 1963. 2 years later, my oldest son was born in 1965. His birthday and our youngest daughter's birthday is the same day, 2 years apart, July 12th. And then our youngest son was born. He was born in 67, but that's kind of unique. I like golf. I enjoy playing golf. That's one of my hobbies. And I'm just getting over leg surgery right now, and I haven't played yet this year, but I'm kind of anxious. But that's one of my hobbies. One thing as far as growing up, I used to caddy. Like I say, we were poor, and we used to caddy at the country club, and we didn't have the opportunity to play golf just maybe like once a week. We didn't have clubs, but if somebody had clubs, they could go out and play. Like once a week, they would allow caddies to play. But I remember getting fired. From Sunnyside Country Club in Waterloo because I would not go in a pond and get a man's club. And I think that was kind of racist. I think I was looked down upon as being inferior, and it didn't make any difference. And the man got mad because he had a bad shot, threw his club in the pond, and I wouldn't go get it. I ended up getting fired from that job. Playing golf, I play left-handed. Okay, I play softball left-handed. I swing from this side, okay? But when we started playing golf, there were no left-handed clubs, so I had to switch over the other way. Most of my other strength is in my right hand. I right-handed, I shoot right-handed, you know, I bowl right-handed. Everything else, that's where most of my strength is. So I guess I'm just kind of awkward and messed up because I feel more comfortable swinging a bat like this. But to swing a golf club like this now, at this stage of the game, I feel awkward. I don't feel I can do it. I switched over and started hitting this side, and have been playing pretty good. One accomplishment. In I'm not for sure exactly what year it was, but I shot a one under par 71 in a golf tournament. I was 3 under par 33 on the front side. The more strokes you can get under par, the better off you. I don't know if you know anything about golf or not, but I won my flight by 14 strokes. I felt pretty good about that. Other stories, our son, as far as our kids go, our one son, our youngest son, played ball. He played high school ball, junior ball. Most of our kids were involved in sports. We come from an athletic family. Oldest brother played with the Dallas Cowboys. He's on the Ring of Honor in Dallas. We went all over to watch him play. We went to Cleveland, we went to Chicago, we went to St. Louis, we went to Dallas, we went just all over. We went to Minnesota, all over watching him.
Did he win any Super Bowls with them?
No, they didn't have the Super Bowl. They just had championships. He was in the championship against Green Bay in 1966 and 1967. The 67 year was the Ice Bowl. I don't know if you remember that or see it sometime. We could have gotten tickets for that, but it was just too cold, so we watched it on TV. We were there in '66 when they played Green Bay down in Dallas. We rode the bus with the team. We shook Tom Landry's hand. We were right there on the bus. We rode the bus with the team. That was one of those highlights. But we went all over watching our brother play. We just thought that was a great thing, being from the little town of Waterloo, and to make it big time. And if that wasn't enough, then our youngest son comes along, who gets beat up by his daughter, by our daughters, up until he's about 11 years old, 12 years old, because he was a skinny runt. But then he started growing. He started getting big. Sophomore year, he started getting big. Junior year, he was weighing 220. His senior year, they couldn't stop him. He went to junior college, they couldn't stop him. He was like a man among boys. He was a running back. He was 6'2". He weighed about 225 or 230. And he had 4.3 speed. He was tough. One game, we went all over to watch him too. And I know one game he had like 140 yards, and that's a good game in anybody's books, a running back. The next game, he had 225 yards. That's getting out of sight. Certainly, we thought that was the best he could do. He played in Hutchinson, Kansas, and he amassed 392 yards on 54 carries. And when he called home and told us what happened, first thing I asked him was, "Are you okay?" He must have taken 200 hits. It took 3 or 4 guys to bring him down. So each time he carried the ball, he was getting hit. Not once, but 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times. These kind of stories, they just, you always remember them. You always remember them.
Like, what was the difference between traveling with your brother and then like traveling like with your son, like in terms of like the games?
Okay, and basically we didn't really travel with them, but we went to where they were playing. Now, like I said, when we went to see my brother in the different cities, we didn't really notice, any real problems. But from his standpoint, there were some things that happened because he was black and they had other black members on the team. The society was not ready to accept them. In some of their hotels, they weren't ready to accept them, so they had to get different hotels. Now, when our son came along, and he graduated from high school in '86, from college in 1990, we didn't really notice any problems. I think they stayed about anywhere they wanted to stay, and he didn't really say anything about any problems there. As far as having to stay at another hotel, they all stayed together, so there was really no problem.
Well, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule and doing this interview with me. I appreciate it.
Okay, that's quite all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.